Hey, it's Chasey Poo. Today, I was actually asked on Tumblr a question, and I thought I would make a video about it, and the video is about how are you sure that tea is right for you. This is really about maybe the moment where somebody might feel hesitant to go on tea and, you know, is this the right decision? Am I doing something right? A bit of hesitation there, and I just want to say that it's completely normal. You're allowed to hesitate on taking tea because it is a huge change, and don't feel invalidated, don't worry, it's there. I felt like that, and I'll explain it to you. So I wanted to go on tea for a very long time, and so I went to therapy, I got my letter, I got my prescription, and honestly, I was petrified. It's something that you've been waiting for your entire life, and then it's there. And you're like, I did not anticipate this, but you did. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit complicated, so let me try to unpack that. So from my experience, I got my letter, I got my tea, I go get my prescription. And that was a hectic day, because I had to get my prescription, then I had to go to the pharmacy, and they gave me my prescription, then I had to go to the clinic so that they can give me my shot, but they said that they needed a proof that it was my prescription, so I had to go back to the pharmacy, get a photocopy of my prescription, then run back to the clinic before it closed. And then I got my shot. But when I was running around, I was saying, is this worth it? Is this what I want? And I felt guilty for thinking like that because, you know, I've wanted this for so long. So many people want this and don't have the opportunity to go on hormones. And where am I? Just fucking doubting every decision that I have. And I felt really guilty, but I went with it. The reason that I just went ahead with it and I actually got my shot, the first one, was because I knew that this was for me, and I knew that it was something that I wanted for so long, and I knew that if I didn't do it now that I would really regret it. I waited for so long to go on hormones, and honestly, I told myself, and honestly, some people might think this is bad advice or bad experience that I'm telling you, but I've always been open, so here it is. I honestly doubted if I was ready or not. I was 19 years old, and I told myself, am I ready? Am I too young? Is this happening? Should I be doing this? And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I know that this is what I've wanted for a very long time, and this is what I need to be who I am. If at a later date in the future, I feel like I don't want to be on hormones anymore, then I'll go off of it. It doesn't matter, because I know that at that moment, it's what I wanted, and what I truly wanted, and I did what I wanted, so I'm not gonna regret that decision. And you know what? That's exactly what I did. I went on hormones for a year, and it was completely fine. The changes were a bit too much for me, and then I went off of hormones. And I literally, there's no fiber in my body that regrets that decision, because I always do I always do what I want to do, like that I know I'm gonna do. I always do things that I know I'm not gonna regret because it's something that I really want. And that sounds weird and cocky maybe, but I don't know, it's just how I feel. I feel like, for me, and this is only for me, obviously, if I really, really wanted, you know, to get that shirt, let's say this shirt or something, and then I come home and I'm like, oh, it was like $75 and I feel bad. Don't regret it. You wanted it at that moment. That's how I feel. This shirt was not, oh my god, this shirt was like $9. Calm down. It's normal to have some hesitation, and do not feel bad about it. If you literally feel like, I don't know if this is right, I don't want to be on hormones, I don't think I'm trans, then maybe you should go see a therapist and like talk about your issues. But if it's really just like, oh my god, am I ready? I'm scared shitless, even though I've been waiting for this for 3 years. I've been counting down to this day, but now that the needle is in front of me, is this what I really want? Just know that it's normal for you to think that way, and just think about yourself in the future. Think about yourself in 10, 20 years. So if you're transitioning very young, so let's say you're like 18, 16, and even 25, and you're thinking to yourself, is this right for me? And then imagine yourself at 45. Imagine who you are. Are you comfortable in the body that you're in? Obviously, you can always delay going on tea now and go later on, but I'm just saying, for right now, is this who you want? Like me, when I think about myself in the future, I see myself as a professor who just goes with it and does research and is super nice, but I see myself as a guy because that's who I am. I do have some weird thoughts sometimes where I'm like, oh, I wish I could be an old lady, I don't know why, maybe because like my granny was really awesome to me and I have some really close connections with her. It's probably some weird thing like that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm male, I'm gonna grow up male. You know, that's who I'm supposed to be, that's who I am. And it sucks that I have to go through this whole process, but for me it's worth it. If I don't go through this process, I would not be making this video for you. Not that I wouldn't be making videos because I wouldn't be trans, but I wouldn't be here. Honestly, I don't know what would happen if I didn't transition. Maybe I could live with myself. I just remember being so uncomfortable I wanted to rip my skin off, which is a really great feeling, by the way. You should totally try it. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this. I think that it's completely normal to have some hesitations. I even had some hesitations before top surgery. Are you kidding me? I actually delayed my top surgery. I scheduled it for 2012. And I wasn't ready. I was like, this is too quick, this is too soon, I'm not ready to do this. So I delayed it for a year, and honestly that year that I delayed it and I knew I was supposed to have top surgery was amazing, because I realized how much I needed top surgery and how beneficial it would be for me, and how I couldn't live my life without having top surgery. And so in 2013, I had top surgery, and it was the best decision of my life to wait a year. Honestly, I don't know how I would have been able to react to my body, you know, in 2012 with having top surgery. I'm okay with my body now, but when I had top surgery, you know, last May, it was still a hard adjustment for me, and I went through a very, very long patch of like post-op depression for some weird reason. I don't know, but for me, you know, see, like, I do that. I don't regret that I took that year off. I'm super happy, even though I was so like, oh god, I have to bind during the summer, I have to bind through the winter. It's gonna give me anxiety when I'm around people who don't know I'm trans because they're gonna see the bump on my chest. But all of that worrying helped me realize that it's what I wanted and what I needed. And this sounds like a totally off-topic topic, so I'm gonna stop it there. And if you have any videos, questions, let me know. And it's okay to doubt yourself, you know, just do you. Do you. Just like Chasey Poo. Should that be my like catchline, my catchphrase? Should I have a catchphrase? I should totally like sign out instead of being like, have a swell evening with like a pipe or something. It should be like, doing the do with Chasey Poo. Have a good night. Boop.